My viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today discussing, of course, some Steelers topics. As you guys know, the Steelers got a victory yesterday against the Jets, 34-32. Boswell 60-yard field goal to take the lead, and the Steelers defense get a stop on 4th down. Jalen Ramsey with a big hit on Garrett Wilson to win the game for the Steelers. As you guys know, Calvin Austin been a topic of hand the past 24 hours. Some people still doubting him a little bit. You know, like I mentioned before, you know, he's improved every season. Every season he's shown improvement. I know it's only one game so far in, but to see him go out there and be complimentary to DK Metcalf. When DK Metcalf was getting bracketed and looked at, he had Sauce Gardner on him and different stuff. Calvin Austin made plays. He found a way to get open. And he was the guy who was a focal point in helping us. He scored a touchdown, had 4 catches for 70 yards, got a big, huge pass interference call. There was another one that happened on the other side of the field. Remember that play before Boswell kicked the field goal? That should have been pass interference as well. The Steelers should have been kept driving, and the game could have been ended right then and there. But they didn't call that. They wanted to make the game exciting, I guess, for the opening week. So the reason called that. But Calvin Austin played a very good job. I said played a very good job. Did a very good job. He played very good. And he went out there and handled business. Calvin Austin showed us why he is receiver 2, like that. There's no need for the Steelers to go out there and probably make a move unless they was like looking to bring a extra veteran in just for depth piece. But in terms of like Calvin Austin being the receiver 2, I think the Steelers in good standing, like that, trusting him. Remember Wilson, we didn't really see a lot of action from him. We didn't see him go out there making big time plays, but we did see, of course, from Jonas Smith. He scored a touchdown. We've seen Pat Fryer make some crucial catches. I think he had 3 for 30 yards. And then we also seen, of course, you know, Jalen Warren at the backfield, he caught a touchdown as well. Ben Skowronek caught him a touchdown as well. So all collective group of guys are just going out there making plays. And when you have those guys working together and they all clicking on all cylinders, you can go out there and have a successful, you know, team, especially offensively, going out there and making plays. So Calvin Austin, he looked like Tyler Lockett out there. I mentioned many times on this channel. I think that the Steelers should utilize him like Tyler Lockett. He kind of reminds me of Tyler Lockett, the way he moves, the way he runs, the smaller receiver in stature and, you know, in size and stuff, but the quickness and the shiftiness as well, and athleticism and toughness he has as well to go up there to play against for contested catches. The back shoulder fade that Aaron Rodgers threw to him was nice, and also you give him an open space, I think he'd be very good. They kind of opened up his route tree yesterday. We seen him get different stuff. We seen him hit a double move. He hit the double move on the outside, ran a little wheel route over on the back shoulder fade, got that. He scored a touchdown, of course, as well. Doing different things like that. So he's mixing some stuff up, some play calls up for him. So we're going to see a lot more probably of that as the season goes on, especially if the team trusted him more after him going out there and showing you that he can be a good playmaker alongside DK Metcalf. Last year he put up 540 yards. If he continue the way he's doing right now, he can keep giving us 50, 60 yards, 70 yards, maybe occasionally 100 yards like that, but giving us 50, 40 like that, and giving us around that range, of course, and being a complimentary to, of course, DK Metcalf like that on the other side, and he can like finish with 750 or finish with like 800. That'd be very good for Calvin Austin for a contract year, and that'd also be very good for the Steelers in general as an offense. So I'm hoping that Calvin Austin can keep up the good work, keep playing the way he's playing. Broderick Jones, another player who didn't play as good as Calvin Austin, of course, was on the opposite spectrum. Played very bad in this game, allowed 3 sacks and 4 pressures based off the little stat thing. I think PFF said that he allowed 4 pressures and 3 sacks yesterday. And Roger got sacked 4 times, so he allowed 3 of those sacks. Broderick Jones, we had a lot of promise for him coming out of college, of course, from Georgia. He looked very promising. The Steelers might have hurt his growth a little bit by putting him on the right side for so long and then now switching him back. But I know it's just one game in. It's one game in, so I'm not ready to throw the towel in on Broderick Jones just yet. It's like cast him away because we've seen different individuals before throughout history. Start the season off one bad game and you had the rest of your games be perfect like that. So I'm hoping that he bounced back. I'm hoping this is a one-off thing because he did have some injuries, of course, in training camp. And he didn't get an opportunity to get a lot of reps, of course, because the injuries and stuff that had him around. He get the arm brace on or something. So hopefully he can bounce back. He got to bounce back. You got to bounce back. If he have another bad game next week, then it's a different story, of course. But you got to bounce back. You're going to be at home. Shake that off. Don't look at any of that tape. Any of that tape that happened, don't look at any of that tape. Start fresh. I feel like mostly for him, it's his confidence. It's his confidence because we know what he can play. We've seen him play at a good level before, of course, like that. But I feel like last year and this season right here, it's been his confidence. You know, of course, the fans berating you and saying, "Oh, he sucks, he's a bust, he's all this," and all the media noise and everything, and you're getting put in one side of the field that you're not used to being on. You play most of your career on that other side of the field, and you know sometimes that can be a difference. We see TJ Watt started on the right side, and he was a cool pass rusher, but we got to the left side, he's the first player of the year now because he had different things he can do on the left side that he couldn't do on the right. So Broderick Jones maybe that hurt his growth a little bit. I'm hoping he can bounce back. We need him to bounce back. I feel like his technique, his footwork was just a little off in that game, and he kind of gave up a lot of leverage. He got bull rush a few times and got beat. They hit a swim move, went inside on him as well. He got beat. He was doing different things, different combinations of stuff, just beating them in different ways. And all the ways you shouldn't get beat as a tackle, of course, especially a tackle who has that potential we know he has. So hopefully he can bounce back in this game against the Seahawks and go out there and just, hey, show them why we drafted you. We traded up in the draft to get you a few years back and show them why we know that you can be that top level left tackle. Deshaun Elliott, he went out there and he was playing and he got injured. He got injured in the game, hurt his knee. The tackle he made where he kind of got his cleat stuck in the ground. If you guys ever play on turf, your cleat gets stuck on that ground a little bit and you slip sometimes. He slipped a little bit and kind of tweaked his knee. He kind of like bent in like that. I think he bent it like this. His foot was going that way, his knee kind of shot up. He just grabbed his knee instantly. He was in a blue tent, and then he never came back. Now they haven't mentioned anything. I don't believe too much about his injury, so I'm hoping that it's not a severe injury. I'm hoping that the injury is just a little tweak and he'll be back. But I wouldn't be surprised if Steelers brought somebody else in just in case, just to have more depth back there because of injury concerns. I know people kept mentioning Justin Simmons. Justin Simmons, the veteran, a multiple-time Pro Bowler, time All-Pro as well. Justin Simmons, you know, he still has some juice left in him. Also, Jabril Peppers was another name that was getting mentioned as well. I like Jordan Whitehead too, pretty good tackler as well. Can play up front, play in the run game, do different things. So if Steelers wanted to bring somebody else in just for depth purposes, they could, because they have the cap space, of course, a lot of cap space. They have like 36 million left in cap, so they could bring another guy in for depth space if they wanted to, just to be safe. But we'll see how Deshaun Elliott is. I know JPJ got injured in the game a little bit, came back in though. I think he has a little tweak. Cam Hayward got injured as well. I think it was just, I think all of something was in his eye. He got hurt or something. I know they had a towel. He was pointing to his eye or something. I know he got poked in the eye or something, but I don't think it was anything dealing with his body like fully. So we'll see how things go with them. But the front seven gotta get better on run defense. Like I mentioned earlier today in the video I did, RPOs, you gotta be better. You gotta be more alert on RPO type of offense. And plus, playing the AFC, a lot of quarterbacks are going to use that RPO style. Justin Fields, of course, with the ability of his legs, but a lot of different offenses use that, of course, like being more fast-paced. But when you have a dual-threat quarterback doing it, it makes it different. It's kind of like an RPR a little bit because it's a run-pass-run because the quarterback can keep the ball and throw it or run. I mean, you're playing against a Justin Fields. You're playing against a Lamar Jackson. You're playing against a Josh Allen. CJ Stroud can even move out there, too, as well. And different guys, of course, around on the AFC. So the Steelers need to make sure they're more prepared. Usually they do a good job against those type of dual-threat quarterbacks, but today it was not prepared. I mean, yesterday it was not prepared, of course, in that game, and it kind of got them and hurt them. But when you have those mishaps happening and you still can find a way to win the game and still find a way to get a stop in the end and get a W, this ain't a good team. Like you can still have like mistakes and all these things. You have a whole list of things you need to fix, but you still have a win on the board and have more points than the other team on the board at the end of the game when the clock is 0-0. Say that your team is good because you know through mistakes y'all still find a way to win like that. And that's one thing the Steelers pride themselves on to. So hopefully they can bounce back in Seattle, defensively. They're going to be at home too as well. It's going to be our first home game of the season. So you know the fans going to be booming. Everything going to be rocking and stuff. And the players and the fans, everybody should be like rejuvenated like that and pumped up. I think the defense seen the performance. They know they got the victory, of course, but they seen that performance that happened against the Jets. They like, this is not a type of defense. This is not what the defense represents. This is not the Mike Mitchell, Artie Burns, Sean Davis defense. Or Jarvis Jones defense. This is the new era defense. CJ Watts, Alex Highsmiths, Patrick Queens, all pros at different levels. This is that type of defense. We go out there and play to that potential. I think they would do that against the Seahawks this coming game as well on Sunday. Also, Derek Carmen, I don't know if he's going to play week 2 or not. I know he said he could possibly miss the first 2 games, so hopefully we'll see if he's back week 2. If he does come back, he might be a rotational piece early on because of the injury that happened, but I don't know if he's going to be able to play this week. If not, we'll see him week 3 when he plays against the Patriots, but we'll see how things kind of shape out a little bit for everybody. But overall, the Steelers, got the victory, did a good job out there. Aaron Rodgers looked phenomenal out there, of course, and I hope the O-line can just protect them. They protect him and give him time. He can go out there and work some magic and make some magic happen. We've seen him do it yesterday at a high level, having a playmaker the Steelers have, and the Steelers defense can just play like they're supposed to play. This team's going to be a threat for real, because you had a defense playing that high level and your offense can put up the amount of points with those weapons you got. Jonas Smith, Pat Fryermuth, you have DK Metcalf like that. You see what he did when he touched the ball a few times, went out there and put the burners on a little bit. DK Metcalf, when he get the ball in his hands, he's very explosive. He just go out there and he take off, and that's a big body running at you as well. He plays very physical. And then you look at Calvin Austin, the way he's playing too. This team gonna be nice, but we need the O-line. That's the main thing. It's the front, it's the trenches, the O-line and the D-line to do their job. You do your job, this team gonna be very good, very good. So we'll see what happens. But that's all I have to say in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.